cut to outside the tree. Hurons have gathered around the tree, ready to face off against the Guardians. Soren and Isilrub zip around the tree where they see Dewlap, Strixstruma, Gylfie, and Otilissa. The two owls hide in the branches. "What are you doing here, Strixstruma?" Dewlap asks. "To apologize. Our love for you and our own pride had blinded us. We trusted the seer, yet we chose to ignore her warnings." Gylfie speaks up. "What are you talking about?" "I'm trying to help. You've given up too easily. I will not let the fate of the tree be decided by an owlet." "And yet you have sealed your fate without even knowing. How do you think tonight will go? Have you forgotten what they have done?" "What is going on?" Otilissa asks. Isilrub bursts out of the branches. "It doesn't matter. Strixstruma, away from her." "Isilrub, stay back." "Strixstruma, please get out of here. Naira's coming." "What? It's okay. Isilrub, take care of them." "Mistress Dewlap, I have arrived." Naira dives for Gylfie. Right before she strikes the owl, Strixstruma dives in the way of the attack. Naira slashes Strixstruma's back, causing the owl to plummet. She stares at Dewlap as she does so. The owls dive for her. Isilrub manages to catch her and props her up against the tree. Struma, hang on. It's time to die, old bird." Dewlap speaks up. "Naira, you said you wouldn't hurt them." "Dewlap, you..." Naira charges at Isilrub, managing to scratch his wing. Otilissa responds by scratching the barn owl's eye, leaving a massive mark over it. Soren slashes at Naira's back and flies to the skies. The barn owl glares and follows suit. Dewlap and Isilrub fly after them. Otilissa and Gylfie try to follow, but Strixstruma's coughing causes them to fly back to her side. "Gylfie, Otilissa, come under my wings." The girls nod and go under her wings. "I'm sorry for everything. We knew this would happen, and we let it. Don't talk. You need your strength. Don't blame them. It was my choice. Please, you're gonna be okay. Don't cry, children. I had a wonderful premonition. My soul will transcend. It will become a winter flower, a violet constellation. I will watch you, my children. Be good. Take care of each other. Otilissa, you are destined for greatness. Gylfie, never let that spirit die. I love you both, my daughters." Boron can be heard crying out. Hundreds of guardians flood out of the trenches and begin fighting, blotting out the moon. Naira, Soren, and Isilrub watch the owls for a moment, while Dewlap stares blankly at the scene. Naira slashes at Soren, which he dodges. Isilrub scratches her stomach. A pure one drops out of the sky, which Naira notices. She grabs the dead owl and uses the corpse to beat Soren down before tossing it aside and going for a guardian's corpse to throw at Isilrub. He gracefully dodges this and nods at Soren. Isilrub flies around at Naira horizontally, while Soren flies around her vertically, both scratching at her as they do so. Naira slashes at Soren and flies at Twilight as he's fighting a Pier 1. Twilight sees her, impales his opponent onto his talon, and throws the owl at her, which she responds to by batting it to the ground. The barn owl dives for him, but Soren swoops in front of her. They interlock talons and struggle against each other until a barn owl in an ornate mask slams into him. Naira looks surprised. Claude, why are you here? Your injuries are still healing. I could not bear the thought of missing you kill my brother. Claude, it's Metalbeak to you. Only one owl is permitted to call me by my wretched birth name. Naira, let us kill my dear little brother. We then shall feast upon his body. Naira nods and charges at Soren, which he barely dodges. Claude and Twilight grab a branch from two falling guardians and trade blows, both managing to get a good swipe at each other, though it is clear they are evenly matched. Soren and Ezelrib continue to fend off Naira. She headbutts Ezelrib, which gives Soren an opening to slash at her wing. A loud screech is heard, prompting Ezelrib and Soren to fly away, as Digger and Baron stab Naira's wing. This causes her to begin to plummet, which Claude sees. He drops his stick and catches her before she falls to the rocks below. Naira, we must retreat. Claude, no. You must kill Soren. Let me die so I may grant you this gift. Remember our vow to each other. We are to rule the Owl Kingdoms together. Claude looks around and smiles. Let's go, my love. We'll fly and fight another day. Very well. Claude flies away from the tree, while he and Naira let out a triumphant screech, prompting the other Pier 1s to follow suit. Cut back to below the tree. Dewlap, the band, and the Parliament land around Strixtruma's body, where they see Gylfi and Otilissa still huddled under her wings. Gylfi opens her eyes and looks around. Upon seeing Dewlap, she glares and charges forward, though Boron stops her. Murderer! You killed her! You betrayed everyone! She was your sister! She trusted you! Boron pulls her under his wings as she starts to cry. Baron speaks up. Otilissa, please, take Gylfi to Strixtruma's Hollow. We will deal with Dewlap. As is customary, we will allow Gylfi a time of grieving of her choosing before we assign a mentor. A mentor? An assistant who will stand by until your guardian ceremony. Now, go rest. The final ceremony will be tomorrow night as the sun sets. I'm so sorry. I didn't think this would happen. Otilissa nods. You're right. You didn't think of the consequences of your actions. Come on, Gylfi. Gylfi and Otilissa take flight. Gylfi flies under her wing. Baron steps in front of her fallen friend and bows. Indeed, none of us thought of the consequences. Cut to the bottom of the tree. The owls stand around a pit of fire. Gylfi stands under Sylvanas' wing. Baron is the first to speak up. We have lost many friends to the Pier 1s. Brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters. Each of us have spoken for our loved ones. My maid and I shall now speak for our loved one, in the place of Gylfi and Otilissa. Strixstruma was a sister to me. She followed us through wars. She saw us become king and queen. No matter how things were, no matter how stressed we became, she always knew how to make us take a step back and calm down. It pains me to lose my beloved sister, but my heart is at ease, knowing she was happy in life, teaching owls that she considered her children. Strixstruma, I hope you continue to watch over us. May you guide your loved ones to a place of peace. Baron nuzzles against her mate as Boron begins to speak. Thank you, Baron. Now I shall speak. We have been wounded grievously by these so-called pure ones. They haven't just attacked us. They have attacked our home, turned our sister against us. This shall not stand. We will have a period of mourning for our loved ones. We will take the time to recover. We will have a ceremony for Gylfie to become the new Rib. Then we shall prepare for war. For if you attack one of us, you attack all of us. We shall plan. We shall strategize. We shall honor our loved ones. So, come together, Guardians. Mourn the lives that were lost. Celebrate the lives that were lived. Rest. Seek comfort in each other. And, as with the rising of the moon, rise and fight. The Guardians cheer as the moon rises. Gylfie remains silent as she searches the sky until she and Otilissa see a violet-shaped constellation. The film ends with Gylfie going down to her friends to join in the cheering.